Hey everybody, welcome back. So we are back in our blank M1 building because we have two businesses that we need to test out. Today we are going to be doing the florist and the supermarket. So there's been a couple things that I've done to actually make this a little bit more thorough. So first things first, I want you to check out Market Insider here in Midtown. Take a gander at demand. So I've gone ahead and pretty much bought out every single retail business in existence in Midtown. The only things remaining are just the office businesses, which will not affect what we're testing right now. But just so you can see what it looks like, every single retail space has been taken. There is nothing. Oh, I missed that one. There we go. There is nothing. There is now officially nothing remaining in Midtown for a retail space at all. I own every, well, not own, but I rent every single space. So that being said, everything is good to go now to make this a much more thorough and realistic testing environment. I still stand by the results of the last video because, I mean, it's not obviously the most perfect iteration of a test, but at least it gives us a real world example because I'm competing with other businesses in that scenario. In this one, we're just going to do pure, unadulterated, singular business in Midtown, no other retail, nothing competing with me. So I will be trying to fulfill the percentage of demand, which with the florist, we're going to be doing, just like I mentioned before, aside from, you know, the fast food joint, we're going to be sticking with everything that we can sell on here. So we're going to be doing flowers, gifts, and soda. Straightforward, simple, easy. Nothing that we need to extraneously get, I guess. That being said, looking at the demand of everything, being at 99 to 100% should be perfect. I'm also going to be seeing, and what we'll see here on the Market Insider, how much does an M1 location serve demand? So my guess is with a single M1 location, sufficiently staffed, sufficiently with the appliances and whatnot, I think we're going to be looking at probably around 40% demand. I think it's going to go down to, rather, the M1 location will serve 40% of the demand, meaning that the demand will go down to 60%. That's a guess. I really, truly don't know, but I guess we'll find out. So that's the other thing I wanted to do. I want to, I guess, I should thank the person who mentioned this in the comments. His name was Silent1, PSILYNT1. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the heads up and what I should be doing here in terms of getting rid of all the other businesses to make it a little bit more pure. So let's, I already ordered some appliances, etc. for this place, so I'm going to get that situated and let's get this florist business started. So that one, we are currently at 32nd Avenue here, as you can see there. So we're going to start a new business. It is the florist, and we're just going to call this Delodes Floral. There we go. Delodes Floral. Oh, wrong way. There you go. Now you can see it. We'll start that business and I'll get this stuff going. See you in a moment. All right, folks. So we are one day away from opening. All the appliances and shelving and everything is all set to go. Everything is filled out. Got everything ready for opening day. So just so you can see, everything is maxed. We are not doing marketing yet. Someone has suggested they wanted to see what would the first 10 days be like without marketing, and then subsequently what are the days like afterwards. So I'm going to try that as well. That's another suggestion from the comments. I truly appreciate you guys making comments, by the way. It's super awesome. I really like to hear what you guys want to see so I can show it to you. I don't know, simple as that. And I like interacting with you guys. I really have fun with that. Anyway, so there's that. Here's the schedule. Very basic. I mean, this honestly looks very similar to the rest of the ones we've done so far, and it's probably going to be this way for the most part, or at least we're going to try to make it as simple as this. But obviously every single day is set exactly the same, 16 hours a day, 2 employees working 8-hour shifts, etc. for each station. I have the logistics set and done for this place as well, and it's already been delivered. But 1,200 across the board, except for soda. I just gave them 2,000. Obviously, paper bags, 9,000. Just keep that as simple as possible. But yeah, so let's get into the next day here and open this place up. So I'm just gonna take you guys with me in this regard. We'll do the first day together in real time. One thing I'm hoping, regardless of what store type, I'm hoping that my assumption is correct, that a single M1 store can serve 40% of the districts, no matter what district. I guess there's no 1,000 square meter in Garment, but the other districts, you know, there's not one in Hell's Kitchen either, is there? Anyway, the other districts that have 1,000 square meter building, I'm hoping that this helps serve 40% across the board. All right, let's wake up at... Can I get to 59? No, I can't. All right, we'll just do 57. That's okay. Losing $28,000 a day. No problem. Don't have a single business open, but we're renting the entire district out. All right. Let's open you up. And what I'm going to do is kind of fast forward time, just sitting on the bench. Super easy, 4 hours. Should put us right at 11:59. We can walk into the building and see, is it busy or is it not? And I'm not going to check the Market Insider until the next day to give it a full business day. I don't think the demand's going to drop as far as I believe it will until a few days have at least gone by, to be quite honest. I don't think it's going to be immediate. As we can see, it's pretty, well, they've already kind of cleaned out the expensive flowers, haven't they? I mean, the demand is really high. It's near 100% when we started the day, so maybe we'll see some more foot traffic. I'm actually surprised at how little foot traffic there actually is. Though in reality, guys, I don't know if you, probably many of you already know this, but for those of you that don't, what you see here with the customers is actually not indicative of your actual numbers. It's all done in the background. This is more so it's just a visual, like, hey, look, you got people. It's as simple as that. Nothing super fancy, nothing special. Very straightforward. So I think we're going to do pretty all right being the only store at this point, but we'll actually get a true sense of which store now moving forward is truly going to be the number one. Some of you are saying supermarket, which, seeing some of the places I had to buy out today in order to clear out all the retail spaces in Midtown. I mean, some of the supermarkets were like 34 million to buy out, which were well above and beyond anything else. So I'm actually at this point relenting and inclined to believe that supermarkets are going to be top dog by a long shot. Then fast food, possibly electronics second over fast food. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll find out. But let me get a few days under the belt here and let's check out and see what we got going on here after the day one. Actually, you know what? No. Let's do this together real quick. I'm going to just fast forward really fast and then we'll check out the rest of the day. So let's just do this really, really quick. I am using the keyboard, by the way. When you're next to a bench, you can just hit F to open it up and then enter to start it. But there you go. First day, 74,000. That's including the 28,000 I'm losing a day. So we are... They're not going to show me? There it is. So we made $113,604.50 in sales yesterday. 99,000 in profit from this location. Okay, there we go. We had 688 customers, which gives us 43 customers an hour. That's it, just 43. Market Insider is telling us only 20% dip. Not even a 20% dip. Wow. Okay. Well, let's now get a few days under the belt. We'll get to day 10 and then we'll start marketing and then we'll see what day 30 looks like from there. So let's get this going. Okay, guys, day 10. So we are looking at a better customers over time amount here. We are now averaging a little bit higher than what we were before. So before we were making around 43 customers per hour, and now we are looking at between 45 and, let's see, what is this one? 759, 760. All right. Between 45 and 47 customers an hour average. Now we could look at the yesterday overtime chart here. We'll see that, you know, like we do eventually get up to 75 an hour starting at 4 o'clock and then dramatically dipping down at 8, and it continues to dip down until 11. So this also tells me, essentially speaking, probably the best time to normally close this place is 8 o'clock, but I'm still going to keep it as is. I want it to be like a straight 16-hour workday amongst every single business. So we're going to keep it like that. Now, again, this is without any marketing thus far. So now we're going to be doing marketing for this place. So we're going to basically do all the billboards. Oh, I don't have enough money. Hold on a second. Let's pay this out. All right, go back here. Let's get these billboards up and running. I think it's so funny that you have to pay this up front instead of letting it start charging the next day, but whatever. So with these billboards, and we're going to be doing one more here, the large internet campaign, that should bring us to where we need 100% marketing. So the promotion score is now 97%. We should hopefully see 75 customers an hour. Now looking at the account view, sales have been growing actually. So it's been floating around 150 to 175, but the last like 5 or 6 days I've noticed that it has steadily grown very slightly. I mean, you can see here 4,000 between 19 and 20, and then just 1,000 between 20 and 21. So it's petering out essentially, but I think this is where it's going to max out without marketing right now. And then moving forward, I'm going to say we might reach 200,000 in sales and maybe a profit of around, after, you know, the resources, outgoing expenses, which does not include the 9,500 in advertisement. I think we'll probably get to around 170 after everything is said and done on a actual profit margin. So that's what we're looking at least so far. Now, I'm very curious to see how much marketing will actually make an impact, because if it's not a massive impact, like to go from 47% to 97% overall promotion score should be a pretty significant impact, but maybe it won't be. I guess we'll find out. What does that actually end up being? So it's about almost double the overall impact. So let's see what happens. We'll meet back up here on day 30 and see if anything has functionally changed between now and then obviously then. So I'll see you guys here shortly. All right, folks, so we are back. It is now in-game day 42, but it is day 30 overall for the business. So we are looking at exactly, essentially what I was thinking. So we made 200,000 on day 41. And as you can see, it's steadily growing and growing on each day here. We are basically pretty much, my assumption was absolutely correct in this case. 172,000 after everything's said and done, including the marketing. So the marketing absolutely makes a difference. Now, to show that it truly makes a difference as well, look at the customers over time. Don't be too, I guess, concerned about this dip here. It's a dip of 30 customers per hour, or per day rather. So it's not that bad here. Really, we were averaging, like really the average is probably around between 840 to 850 customers per day. That actually comes out to about 53 customers per hour. So even with 97% promotion score 100% marketing, 100% everything else, we're not meeting that 75 customers per hour. So that tells me, although a flower shop is obviously good in M1 store like any other retail business in existence, it still is not the ideal type of store that you want to put in an M1 when other options exist. Now, looking at Market Insider, excuse me, in Midtown, the demand has not changed. So we know that, at least as it pertains to a floral store, which we will eventually find out for the other businesses as well, all things being completely equal, a fully staffed, fully realized M1 floral shop will only cover around 14 to 17% of the demand in Midtown, at least, but you could probably extrapolate that to the rest of the districts. So minus Garment and House. So basically, not an ideal choice. It's not the best moneymaker. We can even look at the rivals board here, for instance. It does, however, put me at number 4 with this single business making 1.1 million a week. So that's actually better somehow than the fast food location. My mind is thoroughly blown right now. I honestly am kind of shocked. Now, granted, this very likely is because of the fact that there was demand elsewhere. So I still believe overall we're going to be looking at a better overall income when there are no other competitors. But, you know, seeing this number, even so, is just kind of shocking. But still, a florist is not going to do more than a fast food location when there is competitors in the district as well. So that's where we stand for this type of business in an M1 location. Next up, we're going to be doing the supermarket, and I think this one is just going to be the absolute most bonkers thing in existence. So let me get things reloaded. Let me get things taken care of, get the business set up and everything like that, and then we will get started on that supermarket. So see you guys here very shortly. All right, folks, so the interior is now set up for our supermarket test. We have all of the appropriate appliances and shelves, etc. We are following what can be sold inside the supermarket currently. The main things obviously being the fresh and frozen food, ice cream and soda, and everything else: apples, bananas, bottles of wine, carrots, croissant, cupcakes, excuse me, donuts, lettuce, pears, tomatoes, all that good stuff. All ready to go. And just so you can see on the actual screen here, customer capacity 75, and we are perfect. So with that being said, let me get the logistics set up. Let me get some employees in, and we will see day one here shortly. All right, guys, so we are now open with our supermarket. I'm actually starting it at 12 a.m. on day 17. So day 27 will be our 10-day after today. So it's a different schedule this time around. And the only reason why I changed it from the 16 hours I was doing, and you know, I'm allowed to change things. I can change my mind on certain things. And the main reason is because all the other supermarkets in M1 locations are open 24 hours a day. So if I'm going to try to emulate that powerhouse of a location, then I'm going to try to emulate what the AI is doing there. So that's the only reason why I'm doing that in this case. I mean, you could imagine take away a little bit of profit and whatnot, and you'll get the 16 hours. But a supermarket in a large location like this actually kind of makes sense to be open 24 hours a day anyway. I don't think other locations are going to be nearly as busy on a 24-hour schedule. So I think that's why it's actually important to do that in this case. So we're going to give this a go. Everything is good to go on the schedule. Logistically speaking, we are set to go. Pricing as well is pretty much maxed out. I'm the only competitor in the market, so I mean we're essentially looking at, yeah, see, 15% already immediately. So that kind of confirms it, by the way, guys. It's a 14 to 15 or 17%, whatever I said before, 14 to 17% impact on the market's demand, or the district's demand, I guess I should say. So you could essentially open up, you know, 4 M1 supermarkets and cover the entire demand entirely, like without overdoing the demand, essentially. So that's something to think about here. But anyway, let's get the first day going. Let's meet back up here once that's done. All right, so first day is over, and I'll tell you what, it is, the amount of product we have is not enough at all. In fact, as you can see here on the left, frozen food, ice cream, soda, and fresh food are completely out. I'm wondering where the others stand. So yeah, those are the big ones there. Those are, wow. I am definitely going to need more. So this first day, 1,303 customers, which equates to about 54 customers per hour without any marketing. Remember that. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Now look at this. No one showed up between 12 and 6. And then after 10 and 11, no one shows up. So we're maxed out between the hours of 6 and 10, and that's it. So it's interesting. Why would that be the case? Now, my assumption on that is that we've lost those customers because we don't have fresh or frozen or sodas or anything like that, the main products that this business sells. So we're going to have to pretty much, I honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this. Let's do this together here real quick. So we know that that's there. So we'll try 3,600 on these guys and hope that not only can we take it, but we can hope that maybe we'll see an uptick in sales during those periods of time. I don't know. We'll find out here. So let's get the next, I'm not going to do the 10 days yet because we need to make sure that we're getting the full day without losing the product. So I'm going to have to pay attention to this list here to make sure that at the end of the day, this isn't missing. So let's meet back up once that day is complete. Okay, guys, it is day 25. We are starting day 1 on day 25. So essentially what has happened is I had to go through multiple days. I literally was bumping up the amount every single day to try to figure out what is the absolute right amount of product for each type in this business, considering the amount of demand. I finally, I believe, figured it out. So fresh food is most certainly the highest, most voluminous seller in this business. 5,600 seems to be the best case scenario on figuring this part out here. So what we're going to do is leave everything else as is. Everything else seems to be the right amount and it's not having any issues throughout the day. We're not ending the day with missing products, stuff like that. So the other thing I had to do as well is I had to add, and now I don't have this station filled out, but I did add it just in case I needed to, but I needed 3 more cleaners for every single day as well because it was getting dirty with as much traffic as there was. So let's give this a go. Day 1 starts on in-game day 25. So let's do this together here real quick. We're just going to go through the motion. It's literally just waiting 24 hours, letting a full day go through to get that full sales day. And we'll see what this first 145,000. That's not bad. Let's take a look at the business itself. So ignore this stuff. I hate to say we have to ignore this stuff here, but as you can see, nothing has functionally changed. So 6 to 10 are the only opening hours that actually make sense for this business. Now, I'm not going to change it merely because I have already everything set up. It'll be just a pain in the butt trying to figure everything out right now. So we're just going to leave it as is. It is going to be a loss of income, unfortunately, but actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna redo this. We're just gonna do this. Let's see if we can pull this off. So I'm going to go through this schedule right now and figure things out here real quick. All right, guys, strangely enough, we are back to the 16 hours that I was originally trying to do anyway. So this is all set up now. We have the schedule pretty much maintained as we need it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's move forward with the days here. I'm just going to consider that first day. That's it. Done. That's what we're looking at. So let's meet back at day 36. That'll be 10 days overall, and we'll see where we stand, and then we'll start marketing at that point. Okay, everybody, we are back. It is now our official day 10, essentially. So we are at day 36 in game. Let's take a look at the account view here. Money printers currently making $159,514.40 without marketing currently in sales, and then profit is $143,714.90. I believe we're going to look at probably around 180 to 190,000 in profit after marketing starts. Now, going to the actual business itself, over time, we're kind of seeing a weird fluctuation. It is definitely a lot more variable than the flower shop. However, what's strange is now 6 o'clock doesn't shoot up to 75 any longer, unless I was reading it wrong the entire time, which I'm sure one of you will tell me. I probably was. Let's be honest here. Either way, we are still I think in the right amount of range for the hour. So basically from 6 until 10 o'clock is the most ideal hours overall, because again, we were only getting 0 customers, so we were getting no customers between 10 and 6 o'clock prior. So we'll give this a go. Let's now set up the marketing for our business here. Very reached outside the business hours. Gotta move forward just a little bit here. There we go. Let's contact city ads now. We want to have that large, medium, and small billboard, please. And yes, I did name the business Money Printers because I thought it was going to be better than it so far has been. It's not doing as well as I thought it would. So it makes me very curious how the AI gets these supermarkets to be worth 33 million or some crazy amount. Either way, there is the marketing for the business. Just to show you guys, 100% marketing, 97% promotion score yet again. We're doing good across the board here. I can't seem to get the cleanliness to actually max out at 100%, unfortunately, no matter what I've done. So it is what it is. I'm not going to add 5 cleaning stations. That almost seems too ridiculous at this point. Just wasting money. And honestly, this isn't going to change the fact that they're going to be paying for my prices no matter what anyway. So next thing to do is to actually go through and get to day 56. That'll be the actual in-game day 56, I should say. That'll be the actual day 30 for us moving forward. So let's get to that point and get started. All right, folks, we have reached day 56 in game. I'm honestly surprised. I frankly am at a loss of words, to be quite honest with you guys. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't. I mean, we're getting 1,170 customers here on this day. So 1,170 divided by 16 hours is 73 customers an hour. As we can see right here, it's pretty much what it looks like. I mean, this is the only outlier between all of it. The rest of it's 75 customers an hour. We are, again, like I said, this is like maximum. And if I'm not mistaken, once it gets in the red, unless I'm wrong, if someone can correct me, please do so. But if I'm not mistaken, once it hits the red price, they don't buy it. They hate it. They don't like the pricing. So I guess that may be one thing that we need to discuss at some time, you know, at some point rather in the future. But everything is at the maximum that it will allow me to go until it hits red. And, you know, looking at the insight, the pricing they love, it's 100% across the board. There is no reason in my mind that this store, considering the value of them, like, check this out. Look at this. There's no one else here, obviously. Now let's look at the supermarkets here in Murray Hill. $23 million valuation, open 24 hours a day. What about in Lower Manhattan? 1,000 square meters, not even open yet. 27 million. Who owns this? That's a good thing to look. Building owned by Hongguo, business owned by Aaron King. All right, so show me Aaron King. Aaron King is number 2. Weekly income at their supermarket is 1.61. 909,000. What am I doing wrong? I must be doing something wrong. I have no competitors. My hours are exactly where they should be, and I'm not getting any extra amount of time where there's 0 customers whatsoever. Like it boggles my mind. The supermarket is not as good as the floral shop when it's on its own without any competitors whatsoever. It is astonishing. I mean, we can see it right here. It only earned a sales amount of $167,780.90 with a profit of $142,000. So my guess was wrong. It's exactly where it was before, essentially. Like it is a conundrum, but that's where it stands. And again, let me know in the comments, what are you guys doing? If you're doing better than I am in this particular case with the same exact variables, let me know what I'm doing wrong, because I would love to know. I've made sure I've actually, while I was doing the 20 days to get to day 30, I was checking between almost every other hour to see, am I just somehow missing product? Am I losing product throughout the day? Like, what's happening? And there's nothing. It has product all day. It's clean all day. We're selling at the top dollar amounts all day, and we're at the right amount of time, and we are not making enough money at all to justify it. This is not, in my opinion, any good. It's just not. It doesn't do enough for what we're seeing in terms of what, you know, like trying to buy out the AI stores. Why am I spending 23 million on a store that should not be making as much as it is? It just, my brain hurts. My brain hurts, guys. My brain hurts. It doesn't make sense. But that is our testing for this video. So we did the floral shop, which somehow amazingly in some unknown way did better than the supermarket. And honestly, I'm frankly surprised. I don't know what else to say. It is something that doesn't make any sense to me, but here we are. It is what it is. And that's the results. So guys, if you like what I did today, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And of course, as always, if you've not done so yet, please subscribe. We are just sitting at 700 subs. It hasn't moved. We need to grow. We need to make more friends. Share. Tell everybody. Tell your friends. Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife. Bring them in. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.